In this example, we are going to simplify I times 10 minus 11 times I. We're gonna first distribute I to both terms. I times 10, we get 10 times I. I times negative 11I becomes negative 11 times I squared. For I squared, by definition, is negative 1. So we're gonna replace I to the second power with the value negative 1. And then simplify further, becomes 10I plus 11, and write in the appropriate form of the complex number as 11 plus 10I. For this example, we are going to simplify the sum of two complex numbers. The first one is 17 plus 13I. The second one is 5 plus 8I. First of all, we're going to take away the grouping symbol and distribute the negative sign to both terms in the second form of the complex number. 17 plus 13I, negative 5, negative 8I. And then combine them like we work on like terms. For the number and number, 17 minus 5 becomes 12. And then for 13I minus 18I, it becomes 5I. Now we have the simplified form of this subtraction. But another example. This one, we are going to simplify the second power of the quantity 3 plus square root of negative 2. The square root of negative 2 is the same as I times square root 2. Therefore, this expression can be rewritten as 3 plus I times square root 2, all to the second power. For the second power, it means the quantity multiply itself twice. So 3 times I square root 2 multiplied by 3 plus I square root 2 times 3 plus I square root 2. And next, we're going to use the distributive property or FOIL technique to multiply and expand this out. The first term times first term, or 3 times 3, that is 9. The outer times outer is 3 times I square root 2. The inner and inner is I square root 2 times 3. The last times last is I times I, which is I squared. Square root 2 times square root 2 will become 2 later. Next, simplify the middle two terms there. They are like terms. So it has the same variable like I square root 2, I square root 2. So we're going to add 3 and 3. It becomes 6. Now we have 9 plus 6 times I square root 2. We just write the number first and then I later. You can put I in the front or I in the back as long as it's very clear about the number and the I. And then plus for the I square is negative 1. Square root 2 square is positive 2. So then this product becomes negative 2. So just erase this and then we write it as minus 2. At this point, we can see 9 and negative 2 can be combined to be 7. And then plus the imaginary part is 6 square root 2 times I. As the final result,